Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to continue with the chapter mineral resources, and this is the fourth video on the chapter, and I recommend you to see the full video. So students, in the previous video we discussed the conventional source of energy. In this video we are going to discuss the non-conventional sources of energy. There are various kind of non-conventional sources: solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, nuclear and biomass energies. In this video we are going to discuss solar, wind, nuclear and biomass. As we know, the Icse syllabus has been reduced by the board for the year 20 and 21. So solar energy is the most reliable, available and free source of energy, and India is a tropical country, so there is enormous possibility of tapping solar energy. Now solar energy, as we know, it is obtained from the insolation from the sun. So it is in the form of electromagnetic radiation, which is converted into electrical energy by using solar photovoltaic technology. Solar photovoltaic technology by it is producing electricity by using semiconductors. Now when the sunlight hits the semiconductor within the solar cells, electrons are freed, and from there the electric current is formed or produced. So when the sunlight hits the solar array or the photovoltaic array, it produces the direct current. Now that direct current goes to the inverter, and from there it is converted into alternative current, and after that the alternative current is ready to use for different purposes. Advantages: it is an inexhaustible source of power, a renewable source of power. As long as the sun exists, we receive solar energy. Can be stored and can be utilized during the night. Now it does not cause any pollution. There is no chance of like residue in the process of solar energy or producing. So it can be obtained at any part of the country, and it is much more beneficial in the island area where the grid electric systems are not available. It can be directly used as a source of energy for cooking, heating of water. Installation of solar panels are quite easy compared to the other non-conventional sources of energy. So in this way we can conserve fossil fuels. Next is wind energy. In the wind energy, in the process of generating electricity through the wind, windmills are used, and with the force of the wind, the fan, it rotates, and with that the wind turbines also start rotating, which will lead to the generation of electricity. So thus the wind turbine converts the kinetic energy into the mechanical power, that is electricity. So the advantages of wind energy: again, it is an inexhaustible source of power, can be produced even at night and day and all throughout the seasons, depend upon the availability of wind. Does not cause any pollution, and no residue is generated in the process of producing. Now wind turbines can be very tall, it can take up the small plot of land, but below it can be utilized for different purposes such like agriculture. Next is nuclear energy. Now nuclear energy is obtained from the fusion of uranium and thorium, and India has the large deposits of thorium. 50% of world's thorium is present in India, which has estimated power of 350,000 megawatt, which can at least illuminate the whole country for next 300 years. Exhaustible sources of nature, coal, and it's very good to use nuclear energy compared to the fossil fuels. And India is quite developing and enhancing in the capabilities in the enhancing the nuclear energy. So the process of harnessing the nuclear power is very similar to the thermal power plant or the coal based power plant. Both the cases, water is used, the steam is used, but the source of heat is different. Okay, here the nuclear fusion is used to in order to heat the water and generate the steam, and through that steam the steam turbine is rotated. From there it goes to the alternator or to the inverter generator, and it is converted into alternative current, and which is ready to use. Advantages of nuclear energy: it is an inexhaustible source of power, it can be produced even at night all throughout the year. Unlike the other non-conventional source of energy, the output is maximum, and since it produces a huge quantity of power, it is a real alternative to the conventional source of power like coal, which emits a large amount of greenhouse gases. Now, biogas energy is a very important source of non-conventional source of energy, because here the wastages are utilized, especially the human excreta, the animal excreta is utilized, and during their decomposition, the gas which is obtained, that is utilized for the cooking and lighting purposes. So here in this diagram we can see the human excretas and all, they move to the digester tank, and when they start decomposing, the gas is held by the tank, and a outlet pipe is also there at the top, which the gas can directly be used for the cooking and lighting purposes. And through the digester tank, the remaining residue will go to the outlet, the slurry, and it can be utilized for the farming process as a manure. So it is also an inexhaustible source of power, and it is a clean source of energy which helps in reducing the wastages. And residue is also produced, which is excellent manure for the agricultural productivity, and it also reduces the greenhouse effect as there is no pollutants emitted in the atmosphere. So students, with this we come to the end of the chapter. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for the next update. Thanks for watching.